kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. This defense for the Saints, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
From the 29, Rodgers. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Titans. Boy, A.J. Brown, one of the best in the NFL with the ball in his hands, and there's another example why.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Saints nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. A solid stiff arm. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
second down and 8.
Push him back. Push him back. Check safety. Check safety.
Off the bootleg. Kavanaugh. He finds his man. Complete. That's Young. And all the way down to the 29. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give for Taylor running right side. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Kavanaugh. Dancing to his left. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Another try after the first down. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try to protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Saints 7.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And Watson has it right side. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And it's 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive.
Touchdown, New Orleans! So there, Charles, I mean,
situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Watson.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this complete to Henry over the middle.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Rodgers. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Stephon Sullivan, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Saints 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
To throw on second down, Kavanaugh. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Off the bootleg, Kavanaugh. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And got his man complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Kavanaugh. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Young. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
So 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Kavanaugh escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Kavanaugh. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Titans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sullivan. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
At the Saints' 27-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
And again, it's Rodgers. He's got it complete to Aguilar. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Titans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Gano for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
31, Saints 14. Gano set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Taylor's got the first down and more. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Into the secondary past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And they can't bring him down. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 24-yard.
Back to throw. Kavanaugh. Flush to his right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. On 3rd down, Kavanaugh. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Well, 193 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. On 1st down, Taylor. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On play action, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, Gronkowski with a diving catch.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Gronkowski.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Rodgers rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Saints are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14.
But 207 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg. Kavanaugh rolling to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll run on first down. Taylor And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And this will wind up as Saints first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, Kavanaugh. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They run once more with Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Out to his left. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Kavanaugh buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Kavanaugh. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Boy, 227 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Kavanaugh. He finds his man Johnson. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Kavanaugh. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Still going for 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Rodgers to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sullivan. And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And right side, Henry's got it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They're all finished in that game in Cleveland. And it was the Browns that wound up winners in that one. That one's certainly of interest to many around the league. Back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a two-point conversion to tie it.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have two to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the two-point conversion to tie the ball game. They're going to try and run for it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down two, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.